Hey folks, in this lecture we're going to learn how to automate repetitive tasks using loops in shell scripting. Loops are extremely useful when you need to perform the same action multiple times, like creating multiple directories, pinging multiple hosts, monitoring services, and much more. This is very important from the RHCSA exam point of view as well, because in real-life system administration, loops save you a lot of time and effort. There are mainly two types of loops that we will be using in this lecture. The for loop is used when you know the number of times to execute a task. The while loop is used when you want to repeat a task until a certain condition is met. Now let's move on to the practical part and understand how these loops work in shell scripting.
Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on that like button if you like my video. Also click on that notification bell. Thank you.
We start by creating our first script. We type nano create _ directories.sh. This command opens a new file named create _ directories.sh in the nano editor. Inside the file, we start with the shebang line, that is #bin/bash. It tells the system to use the bash shell to run this script. Next, we write a comment by using the hash symbol and saying this script creates multiple directories. Comments are written for human understanding and they are not executed by the shell. Then we write our for loop. We type for dir in sales, marketing, finance. This means we are creating a list of items named sales, marketing, and finance. The variable dir will take one value at a time from this list. Next, we write do to tell the shell that the commands inside the loop are starting now. Inside the loop, we write mkdir /tmp/$dir. This command will create directories inside the /tmp folder using the values from our list. After that, we write echo quote directory $dir created successfully quote. This will print a confirmation message after creating each directory. Finally, we write done to tell the shell that the loop ends here. We save the file by pressing Ctrl+X, then Y, and then Enter. Since this is a script, we make it executable by typing chmod+x create _ directories.sh. The chmod command changes the file permissions to make the script executable. We run the script by typing /create _ directories.sh. The output confirms that the directories sales, marketing, and finance have been created successfully. To verify, we type ls-l/tmp. This command lists the contents of the /tmp directory, and we can see our directories listed there. Now let's move to our next example where we will write a script to ping multiple hosts. We type nanoping _ hosts.sh. This opens a new script file called ping _ hosts.sh. Inside the file, we start with the shebang line #bin/bash as usual. Then we add a comment saying this script will ping multiple hosts. We write for host in google.com, facebook.com, yahoo.com. This means we will check the connectivity to these three websites. Then we write do to begin the loop. Inside the loop, we write ping $C1 host greater than dev/null. This command sends one ping to each host and redirects the output to null so that it doesn't clutter the screen. After that, we write if square bracket $(-eq0 square bracket semicolon then. The $? checks the exit status of the last command. If it is 0, it means the host is reachable. We write echo $ host is reachable. This message will print if the host responds to the ping. Else we write echo $ host is not reachable. This message will print if the host does not respond. We close the if statement by writing fi. Finally, we end the loop with done. We save the script and make it executable by typing kmod+xping _ host.sh. We run the script by typing /ping underscore hosts.sh. The output shows which hosts are reachable and which are not. Next, let's create another useful script that monitors if a specific process is running. We type nanomonitor underscore process.sh. This opens a new file. Inside the file, we start with the shebang line. Then we write a comment saying monitor if the SSHD process is running. We write while true do. This creates an infinite loop that keeps checking continuously. Inside the loop, we write if pgrep space sshd greater than dev / null. The pgrep command checks if the sshd process is running and sends the output to null. Then we write, then echo shd is running. Else we write echo sshd is not running. We close the if statement with fi. To prevent the loop from running too fast, we write sleep 5. This will make the loop pause for 5 seconds before repeating. Finally, we close the loop with done. We save the file and make it executable by typing chmod + x monitor underscore process.sh. We run the script by typing /monitor underscore process.sh. The output continuously tells us if the SSHD process is running or not. To stop the script, we press Ctrl + C. This stops an infinite loop script manually. Now let's create another fun script, a countdown timer. We type nanocountdown underscore timer.sh. Inside the file, we write the shebang line as usual. Then we add a comment saying countdown timer from 3 to 1. We assign count equal 3. This sets our starting number. We write while square bracket $count -gt0 square bracket do. This means while the count is greater than 0, continue running the loop. Inside the loop, we write echo countdown : $count. This prints the countdown number. We then write sleep 1 to pause for 1 second. Next, we write count equals double parentheses count -1 double parentheses. This reduces the count by 1 after each loop. We close the loop with done. After the loop, we write echo countdown complete exclamation mark. We save the file, make it executable with chmod + x countdown underscore timer.sh and run it using /countdown underscore timer.sh. The output shows the countdown from 3 to 1 with a 1 second pause between numbers and finally displays countdown complete. Finally, let's write a script to check permissions for each file in the home directory. We type nanocheck underscore permissions.sh. Inside the file, we start with the shebang line and write a comment saying check permissions for each file in /home. We write for file in /home/*do. This means we are looking at each item inside the home directory. Inside the loop, we write else-l$ file. This lists the permissions for each file or directory. We close the loop with done. We save the file, make it executable by typing chmod + x check underscore permissions.sh and run it using /check underscore permissions.sh. The output lists the permissions for each file and directory inside the home folder. So, in this lecture, we learned how to use loops in shell scripting to automate repetitive tasks. We explored for loops and while loops, created directories, pinged multiple hosts, monitored services, built a countdown timer, and checked file permissions. These are powerful tools for RHCSA, exam preparation, and real-world Linux system administration. Loops save time, reduce errors, and help automate routine work. Keep practicing these scripts, try modifying them to suit your own tasks, and I'll see you in the next one.